This amazing character was created from image at once with 0 edits. And this guy as well. Amazing details and texture accuracy in new Tripo update. In this video, we're gonna test the most recent update from Tripo AI, improved Ultra mode, incredibly improved textures, a lot of usability updates, free retries for every generation, AI texture editing, PBR material generation, and watch until the end because I got promo code to get free credits on any account. So recently I received an email. Since it's been a while I've been testing Tripo, I decided to give a try, and I was a little bit shocked. So basically we need to go to 3D workspace and we'll see this screen, a 3D scene, and we have two options. One click that will create geometry with texture, and if we want to go step by step, start creating geometry, then we can manually texture it, we can optimize it, we can do rigging, add segmentation. But let's start from the juiciest one. We're gonna go one click and we're gonna test image to 3D and multi-view to 3D. There's also batch 3D gen, but basically that means that you can start creating 10 models at once, loading here images in the batch. The first test we're gonna do is Timothée Chalamet from Dude. Oh my days, I love this guy. So why do faces? I know for sure this is their weak point. Trust me, I tested like all of them. This is a really good benchmark. Also, you can always jump on Top 3D AI and compare all top models by yourself, and new Tripo dataset is already here, so you can test it right away. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna choose Ultra mod, which is why we're here, and of course HD texture, which is on by default if you do have subscription. Ultra and HD texture also available but very limited on free plan. I will choose triangles and keep polygons auto because I want to see maximum we can do. And I'm gonna hit generate. So Ultra generation takes up to 3 minutes approximately, but for you, and here we go. This is our guy. And guys, I was super shocked. Oh wow, like it is even actually better. His jawline and his face even better than on the reference. Like it really looks like Timothée Chalamet. And I mean, teeth, guys, teeth are usually a mess, but in this case it looked decent. This is something that you can basically use as a 3D printing or stuff. In solid mode it looks a little bit scary. You can see the eyeball is with geometry. It's ideally should not be like that, but with texture it all makes sense. Of course you can still see some artifacts on the hair, but that's easy to fix in some sculpting mode. By the way, I have full course how to bring your AI generated model to game ready on my YouTube channel. Just take a look if you did not yet. This is probably most accurate face I've seen so far. And here is one more generation, and it also looked very good. I mean, the face particularly. In this case, by the way, eyes are not that intruded. Well, I mean, like this actually look even better like in the solid mode, which is super cool. And another thing I want to show that they really improved multi-views to 3D. I'm usually very skeptic. For this one, we're gonna use a link full body character. And here we go. I will add on images. And note here is an important thing that from the front view, there is no shield visible. And it's shield only visible from the back. So there's two reasons why you use multi-view. First of all, for characters, it adds accuracy. And I'll show you this right now. Second thing, there might be a backside that you want control. Other than that, you leave it for AI to guess. I don't want it guessing. I want a shield on the back. Let's run the generation. And after just 3 minutes, we have it. And here's the thing. Look at the fingers. They are all here. Look at this side. There is little bit artifacts still, but overall there's not too much broken things. And there is a shield right on the back. I would say like it's pretty okay, like a little bit of texture artifacts, but that's justified with size of a model. But in general, this look actually very decent. Now let's compare with single view generation. So here's the same prompt used, and you can see first of all it will definitely not add the shield because it will just guess based on the front side. Another thing I spotted that in single view hands and fingers are less accurate. It might also do it right, but in multi-view it's more consistent. And guys, if you get result like this, do not be disappointed because they added 3 retries, which is right here. It means if you have any artifacts like this, just hit on it. You'll not spend any credits. And here in second run, I have all my 5 fingers in place. There is some small artifact on the hand, but that can be fixed on the texture. Here are some another amazing examples that I created, and you can see how good materials look, and that's also one of the improvement, the PBR materials. Here you can see like this part is non-reflective and this part is reflective and metallic, and look how good it looks. This is really nice result. I mean, you can see it by yourself. For a model generated in one go, this is super cool. I also spotted that texts and logos are transferred much more accurate. Look here, this glyph is basically the same on each side. Before, it was like just a mess. Here are some examples from another AI. Like, look, this, it's not consistent. And here we have a consistent glyph on all sides, which is amazing. One more generation. It also has better understanding like of fantasy character shapes. You can see how good this result is. And before we go to the next tools, I want to show you one amazing tool called image optimization, which will save you quite a time and is completely free. So what it does, the most annoying part, like taking your image to ChatGPT and like put it like in a pose, prepare it like on a solid background, remove the background, blah blah blah. You don't need to do it like here in Tripo. And here what I did, I actually made a photo of Mr. Mark from all 3 sides, and I did not remove any background. I will just enable this one and I press generate. And here we go. It actually perfectly extracted him. I actually really like how the hat works. It's actually exactly like this, the hat. It is of course difficult to transfer fur, but it tries its best. But the overall shape is really good, and I'm really satisfied. It can be used as a base mesh to transfer in another software. The only problem I saw here is a rubber rope that goes on this side, and there is no such on another side, but it should be. Other than that, this is a really time saver thing. Now, another thing that might be very useful is Retopology. It's very simple. You basically select a target poly count and whether it's quad or trees. Let's say we go with trees and for 15,000 and press 3D mesh and topology. And here we go. I'm gonna give this honest review. It's not really retopology in the right meaning, right? It's just a mesh optimization. You're not expecting any logical loops and so on. However, it really works well and keep texture intact. So keep it in mind, it might save you quite a time. And guys, as promised, I managed to get a promo code for 500 free credits. No need to subscribe. On your trial account, just enter the code and get extra credits. And don't forget to like this video. And probably most useful is texture. So the first thing, you can upload your own object here, an image reference, and texture that with Tripo. That is really cool because you might like to use Hunyon, Hightem, Erodin, and you might get like really good mesh, but not that good texture. So you can drop it here and generate it with Tripo, which is amazing. But even further, they also added like a magic brush, the tool that helps you easy fix some artifacts. So let's say I'm not really happy with this artifact on this side. I'll just go to the magic brush mode. It already suggested me a prompt. I will press generate preview, and here you can see it created an image from this view. And what I can do, I can basically paint on top of my bag here. You can control some settings here, like how strong the brush is, how soft edges are, and the size of a brush as well. And just like this, I fixed the back. I can also fix the hand a little bit and keep fixing the parts I don't like. You can press this button to unlock the camera, change the view, and generate new view and continue fixing. Okay, we're taking a brush again, quickly fixing this area and the bag, of course. The color of the sleeves not really matching, but that's fine. It blends okay. Similar way you can fix face, anything that you don't like. But look, just in 2 iterations, we already fixed the main issues here on the model. Whenever you're done, just press save texture and it will bake in new texture ready for use. Here as well, you can upscale any texture. And really interesting thing that if you have an object with only color text, you can try drop it here and additional generate PBR. And PBR here is really good. And last cool step is that we can actually auto-rig our character. You just go to the rigging tab, select the character and press auto-rig, and let's wait a little bit. Alright, so it's done. We can actually show the skeleton. I can tell the skeleton is in the right position. It's relatively simple humanoid character. Well, it actually detected it as a humanoid. Let's try to apply an animation. Okay, here we go. I would say it's like a really good try, but I see some problems. For example, feet are actually tilted. We can try another animation. This one is a little bit better maybe, but also feet are tilted, which is not really nice. And I see some artifacts in these areas. So rigging is really nice to have, but this tool is in the early stage. Big shout out to guys to actually trying to do this, but we need to give it some time to get better. So far, probably I will still choose Mixamo or Accurig for rigging and animations. And lastly, there is a segmentation, which basically separate it into the parts. It actually costs a lot credits, almost the same as normal generation, but it might be very handy in some cases if you have plans to reassemble that model or use parts of it. Okay, so it took around 4 minutes and here we have the result. So here are parts, we can actually move them around. It's quite good job it does. But we can see like the problem here and problem here. The good thing actually is that you can actually paint this. So you can press on the part and you can up paint some areas. If you think it should be separated this way, you can pick another color. And for example, here I can paint it like this. What it does, it basically is select the vertices, should be much better, and then you basically press save changes, and if you will export this object, each segment will be a separate mesh. And that was the last thing for today. Guys, really hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comments how good results you get and what do you want next video about. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.